be honest and say dating as a single mother is literally one of the loneliest processes in the world. Especially if you're young. I'm 26, but you had my daughter at 22. I think for me personally, a lot of my actions were driven around me not feeling worthy of a relationship beyond something just sexual. A lot of it came from society and social media telling me like, oh, single moms don't deserve true love. Nobody could ever love you if you have a kid. You're too difficult to deal with. But as I've gotten older, I've just realized that like being a single mom, just like having brown hair and brown eyes and the color of my skin, doesn't define all of who I am. It's a trait, it's something that's a part of me and who I am, but it just doesn't define what I deserve in this life. I say it's lonely because it does take a while. You kiss a lot of frogs. You find a lot of people who reaffirm that feeling of you aren't worthy of anything more than something sexual. But in loneliness, I feel like it allows you to do a lot of reflective work. You're able to build support systems around you and really build yourself up so that when that perfect person does come along, you know how to act and receive.
I want to give a shout out to all of the men who have made the decision to take on the responsibility of caring for the children of another man and to sacrifice themselves for a family that they are not directly related to by blood. I'm not going to disrespect you guys, I'm just going to inform men why it might not be a good idea to make that sacrifice, because everything comes at a cost and stepfathers have to pay a heavy price before you decide to date a single mother. Put babies in her and walk her down the aisle. This video is for you. I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to a man that decided to become a step dummy and the price he had to pay to grab your popcorn, because this time, you guys might be wondering why he would suddenly decide to return home unexpectedly when he hadn't done that for any of the previous years. Well, he had a friend that lived in their neighborhood, and his friend had another friend that was having bedroom fun with his girlfriend while he was away, so the guy told him what was going on because he knew how hard he was working, and he didn't think he deserved the treatment he was getting from his girlfriend. So his friend, all the worst part was that her boyfriend sent most of his money to her. So if he couldn't even afford a car in year 4, she used his money to pay it off in full. God knows how the guy didn't realize what happened when he returned in year 3. She decided to use some of his money to take out a loan and buy a car. She employed a man to use her car to drive a taxi for her, which brought a little bit of income for herself, without informing the boyfriend, and eventually she used his money to, according to what I've heard, he only engages in casual dating and pay for play when he's in a different country and when he's back home, so he recovered, and he's doing better. His friend that exposed his ex partnered with him and is running the taxi business since he's away most of the time. I don't think he is dating anymore based on what I've heard. He only does casual dating and pay for play. My advice to you is to never take on that role if you don't want anything like what happened to this guy to happen to you. There is little to no benefit in being a step dummy because the woman's children will not treat you well 9 times out of 10. I know you guys wish his ex-girlfriend got divine retribution for what she did, but it's not always the case. When someone does you dirty, will karma come knocking on their door, or maybe it will take some time. Who knows? I could go on and on listing the negative aspects of dating a single mother for hours, but I think the story pretty much told you guys everything you needed to know. I advise any man watching this video and considering dating a single mom to abort the mission and run. That's my advice. And if you're currently dating a single mom, then run. Hopefully you're not married to this woman, so you still have time to get out of there. And if you ever decide to marry a single mom, just remember that.